know yet. I've tried some time, and I'm dying to tell you. You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. I've realized, and I'm dying to tell you.
All right. Seems like the more I work, the messier the place gets. My office is getting a little trashy. I'm just trying to unbox stuff and getting things set up. You know, getting my machines out means empty boxes and tubs and more stuff. Getting, you know, I just got to spend some time on it, get it organized and under control. It just means it's coming together, I guess. I want to show you what we worked on this week, last couple of days. You haven't heard from me because we've been working on the warehouse out here, getting some shelving put together. You know, we've moved everything in here last weekend. The movers came, moved all the shelving in. I showed you pictures of that stuff. It took us 3 days to move that stuff. We thought it was only going to take 1 day. It turned out there was a lot more there than what we thought, and there were these, I can't remember if I even told you or not, but there were these, the bases to these gondolas were hollow, these big square metal boxes, and they were stacked. There were 2 stacks of them like 10 feet high, and the guy didn't even realize that I bought stuff from. When we started to unstack them, they were full of shelves down the center in the hollow part. So we got a lot more than we thought we were getting, which is a good thing. I'd rather have extra. Yesterday, see this rack behind me here, I worked on that all day yesterday and put almost all of that up by myself. Those boards there, the headers that are mounted, are 12 feet high, 2x6 10-foot long 2x6s. Mounted those and anchored them, drilled them and everything by myself, leveled them, put the uprights up, mounted those, and got everything put together by myself. We're going to come back in the morning. I've been at my desk working all day today for 2 reasons. One, I needed to let my body recover a little bit. Number 2 was I started issuing purchase orders for inventory that should start showing up in about a week, and we'll start stocking everything. And I don't think we're going to make that March 1st launch date I was shooting for, but it'll be shortly after that. We'll probably launch at some type of a small scale. We're going to be here tomorrow setting up more of these shelves and getting things going. You know, we've got these gondolas that I was going to put together and use because you can see how they would work out to put sheets on, but I don't even know if we're going to use those or not because of the shelving that we have. I have much more of that than I thought we had, and these things, the shelving, what happens is, we'll go down here and show you the way this is set up. This will have shelving spaced out for the sheets, and then there's place for pallet racking basically to go up. The shelves up there are just there to you know, for the spacing while I was putting it together, so those will come down and I'll have pallet racking storage from there up. So if I use these gondolas that I had, the vertical space above them will be wasted. So when you have a warehouse with high ceilings, you want to use as much vertical space as you can for multiple reasons. One, you get more bang for your buck for the square footage floor space you're using. But 2, once I fill this place up with inventory and the cubic airspace is used up, it will cost less to cool the place in the summer when it's hot. So that's another theory. And with this shelving, we're going to have a ton of storage space for picking orders, for product, and all that. So it's coming together pretty well. I've got a table right there that I bought, put together to see how it's going to work. Those are going to be our kind of shipping and packing tables. They're stainless tables, pretty much indestructible, like the ones I use in restaurants. And just got to get that stuff put together and organized. And I'm gonna go over in my office here and sit down and talk for a minute. Okay, so like I said, I've been at my desk working all day today. I've been heads down. It is almost 7 o'clock. I've been here since 8:30 this morning. Probably be out of here by 9:30 or so tonight, and be back in here bright and early tomorrow. Rob's coming over and we're going to work on this shelving and try to get that stuff put together. And it's you know, coming together quite nicely. And I wanted to talk about offerings and products because I want to set expectations for everyone. I don't want, especially for those that had done business with us in the past at our old company, and if you think back to when we first started, we didn't have a ton of products. And when we started, it grew into that, and we grew into offering thousands and thousands of different SKU numbers. And we're going to be starting similarly with this business. So I don't want anyone to have that expectation of, oh, we've got a new online superstore to order from, and be disappointed, because we can't start that way. If I had $3 or $4 million to invest and do this at that level, I would, but we don't. So we have to build and grow into that. And we're going to start with several different things. We're going to have sublimation ink. We're going to have sublimation paper. We're going to have sublimation heat tape. There will be adhesive vinyl. There will be heat transfer vinyl. There will be blanks for sublimation. Maybe some other blanks too. I don't know quite yet. I haven't made some decisions on a few things yet. We will be probably offering some other items for sublimation. I don't want to say too much yet, but there's some things out there, and along with that is going to be the e-learning courses, and I'll talk about the e-learning courses here in just a moment. But I just didn't want to build up this hype and then have anyone disappointed because we don't have as many products as I thought we were going to have. We will be growing and adding those as we go and expanding as we go, and much like we did before. I don't know if we'll ever carry as many products as we did before. I'll probably be a little bit more picky and stuff. A lot of the tools and things that we had before I probably won't have at the launch. I'm currently working on some of those things. As you know, I like to get things in, samples, test, use them before I put my name behind them. And that's going to take a little bit of time to make sure we have the things that I'm comfortable with, that I'll sell, and we will be able to offer to you, the customer, and be comfortable that we're offering a good quality product that we can put our name behind and not have to worry about problems with them. So now let's talk about the e-courses. So the e-courses have been on hold, and I ran into some problems. I don't want to say problems, but I ran into some logistical things that I talked a little bit about this a couple of weeks ago, and it became a little bit bigger problem than I thought for about a day. I had to really sit down and figure this out and make some decisions on how I wanted to do things, and so I had to hold off on launching those e-courses. Those e-courses will launch with the rest of the business. There will be a different website name. There will be 2 websites. Actually, there will be 3 websites. More on that in a minute. So there will be the TroyTube.net community site with the mobile app that you're already using. If you're not using it, you want to go get signed up and download the mobile app. My recommendation is to sign up on a computer on the website, or on a browser on your phone or iPad or whatever, by going to TroyTube.net. The reason is it sends you a text message to confirm who you are to sign up, and it's faster and smoother. Where on the mobile app it can't do that yet, so it has to send you an email. Some of the emails don't make it through, or then maybe they go to spam. Email's just a tough thing sometimes. Last time I checked, Comcast had me blocked for some reason. So my recommendation is to use a browser on your phone or tablet, or do it on a computer and get signed up, and then download the mobile app after you do that, and sign in with that same username and password on the mobile app after you do that. The second website is, I can't tell you what it is yet, but you'll use the same username and password for it. The actual product website where you're going to make purchases will be a different domain name, and I've not revealed that yet to anyone. That's coming very soon, and there will be that site will also use the same username and password that you use on TroyTube.net. It will be set up with what's called single sign-on, and your username and password and account will be maintained. The password and everything will be maintained on TroyTube.net. It'll all be part of the network and work together and be pretty seamless for you. So the obstacle that I ran into is that one of the things we're going to do is offer the subscription model, and the subscription model will be very inexpensive. I've mentioned that before, and it will be very beneficial because you will get certain benefits from that. One, if you want to take an e-learning course, you'll be able to buy that course outright. Just buy it for a price and take it, or you'll be able to buy like a bundle of courses and take them, and you'll have access to them. The subscription will be a very low cost subscription, and it'll be priced as a monthly cost, but you'll pay for it annually. And that subscription will give you access to all of the e-learning courses as long as you're a subscriber. It will also give you other benefits, such as a purchase discount on products. And so when I started looking at this, and I started to realize, wait a minute, my e-learning platform is on one site, TroyTube.net. I'll call that site A, and then products are going to be on site B. People will be making purchases on two different sites. I've got a subscription that needs to apply some things to two different websites. If they don't buy it, if they buy the subscription on one site and they're buying products over here, how do I get the purchase discount to apply? If they subscribe here, if they're over on this site, how do they see their subscription? Maybe they want to cancel it or renew it or modify it. So they're going to go here and get confused because there's nothing there under their subscription, and I just started to see a real nightmare coming for customer service to do that. So I had to back up just a little bit, make some decisions on how I was going to do that. So all the purchases will go through site B, and where all the product is. I did what it is what's going to make sense. Once all this is up and running, it'll be very easy. And so you'll make your purchases there, you'll have your order history there, you'll have your subscription and membership information there and everything, and whatever happens there, there's a process that I've set up that will, as soon as you subscribe, it will put you into the proper groups and everything on site A, TroyTube.net. So that will make things real seamless for everyone. It's working very well. I have a little bit of configuration still to do and still a little bit of testing to do, but that's all coming together well. I just had to put it on hold until I get all that ready and get it ready to launch. And it's going to be marvelous once all of that is finished. I have been working on the website a lot for the past week or so. Did a little bit more today. There's just a ton of work to do when it comes to setting up products, not just the product setups, but the design, product pictures, pricing information, just testing everything, walking through purchases, setting up payment methods, shipping methods. I've got a little for example, one of the things I'm getting ready to work on now is just a little free shipping rule that I have to figure out that it's not quite working the way that I thought it would work. And when you reach the free shipping threshold, there's a you've probably seen this in other sites where there's a little shopping cart in the corner, and when you click on it, it gives you a little pop-up and shows you things. And if you are not above the free shipping threshold, it lets you know how much you have to go to reach it, and it shows your totals. And if you increase your quantities until you reach that, it tells you you've reached free shipping, but then the total below doesn't update. And I know why. I've got to work on that, figure out why it's not changing. I just, those little things like that take time to resolve. Not just time to resolve, but time to go through the sites, make sure they're working the way that I need it to work so that you, the customer, has a good experience. And those are just the things that we go through that you don't really see too much of. A lot of people think you set up a website, you configure it, and that's the way, and that's pretty much it. But the fact is, most websites, their default layouts and workflow and things don't work the way that they should, or they don't work for the audience that you have. Every audience is a little bit unique. For whatever reason, I have a pretty good understanding of this audience and how people think and look at things, and it makes it easier for me to do these kind of things. The downside of that is that I have a real problem not doing them. I can't just do it and put it out there and say I'll fix it later. I have to do that so that to avoid confusion and things for you guys, that you have a pleasant shopping experience and things are easy for you and don't have too much to worry about. So today, like I said, I've just been issuing purchase orders to vendors. Spent a lot of money today, trying to get things going, getting ready, just beefing up the inventory and getting things in, getting enough product in here we can get a successful launch off the ground and get things going. I know that most of you guys are already buying things from someone else, so as soon as we get it in here and can launch the products that we have that you need, I know you guys will support us. We appreciate everything, and look forward to getting to the point we can service you again, that we can provide that customer service you expect and deserve, and we get to the point where some cash flow is coming in and we get to expand products, hire employees again. By the way, if you're in the Fort Myers, Cape Coral area and you want a job, you might want to come and see me, because we're probably going to have to hire a couple people in the first month or two, and or maybe more. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So with that, I'm going to get back to work and see if I can get you an update over the weekend after we get more of the shelving set up.